Well, thank you for being a friend, Miss Betty White. Folks, it kind of sucks that my first video that I'm recording in 2022 is of one of the last events of 2021. Sadly, a tragic one. Now, unless you've just not been online at all, or if you haven't talked to another soul in the past maybe 20 hours, 24 hours, you would not know that Betty White passed on yesterday. And that was definitely a shocker. Now, given the fact that she was 99, I mean, like I said, it's only been about a day. There's been no official cause of death, but given her age, it's likely that it's just natural causes. Turns out earlier in 2021, Lifetime actually scrapped a plan for a Betty White Christmas movie, largely due to her declining health. Despite the fact that, she still had a lot of other projects that were coming out that she was doing, she has slowed down in recent months. Now, it's crazy to think about, and I'm not kidding you. I have the messages on Facebook to prove it, but a friend of mine I used to work with at Liberty, he and I were talking earlier last month. It's hard to say last month because December was less than 12 hours ago. I swear, I have, like I said, I have the messages to prove it. It was around December 17th or 18th, basically almost a full month before Betty White would turn 100. And I think it was a TMZ article I saw, and then people and a bunch of other people picked it up. It was talking about how Betty White is turning 100 on January 17th, and we're going to celebrate with a special one-night only film event to be broadcast in select cinemas. It was going to be called Betty White 100 Years Young, a birthday celebration. That will follow her day-to-day life, including behind the scenes on sets, working with different office staff, entertaining at home, and advocating for animals. It was going to celebrate her historic accomplishments in the world of television with classic moments from The Golden Girls, SNL, Hot in Cleveland, The Mary Tyler Moore Show, and even a lost episode of, apparently she had a first sitcom that never came to light. Or was this a lost episode? Oh, wait, my bad. It was a lost episode from her first sitcom. Celebrities would have ranged from Morgan Freeman, Jimmy Kimmel, Ryan Reynolds, Carol Burnett, Jay Leno, and the list goes on. Producer Stephen Boshier is a longtime chronicler of her career and life and said, "We didn't want this day to pass without bringing together all the people that love her, from her co-stars and friends to her millions of fans of all ages, to celebrate her 100th birthday, being that she is a national treasure." And I told my friend when I saw the article, I'm like, hey man, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to make no jokes, but I think it's a bit risky to, sound the horns and set off the whistles almost a full month before she turns 100, given that 2020 and 2021 doesn't have the best track record when it comes to celebrities and, tragedy. And I said that, not to get too spiritual up in here, it's like they always say, there's your plan, there's man's plan, and then there's God's plan. So, if this was maybe like a week in advance that they decided to release this news, okay, but almost a full month. And we live in a day and age, especially on Twitter, whenever there's a trending topic, whenever there's a person trending, you're looking like, oh, what's going on now? Because when this first trended in December, people were like, oh, Betty White's okay, we're going to celebrate her. But then I told them, like, yeah, man, I don't think I like this, just because it's like the centennial year and it's big news, and I wanted to make it to 100, but we just had so much tragedy. I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket here. Then look at this. Yesterday, almost 17 days, ironically enough, from the time they made that announcement, she passed away. But the saddest part is that she didn't make it to 100, but at the same time, kind of like Cicely Tyson, it's difficult to feel sad just because these talented women lived such amazing lives. I think it was only a couple days ago, if not last week, I think Betty White was on you know the news because it was like, oh, so Miss White, could you tell us what's the secret to living a long life? And it's just one of those things where I'm glad she had such an incredible career. She wrote her own book, and that's one of the best things to happen, where you've lived a life regardless of your age, but you put your own story out there. That way, if they ever do a Betty White biopic or movie or what have you, her own words, her life has been summed up in her own words. And of course, you know, you have Stephen Brashear, who's been the long time chronicler of her life. It's just one of those things where, sadly, what would have been the 100th birthday of this American icon is sadly going to be a memory of what could have been. But at the same time, I hope it's used as a way to remember Miss Betty White and all that she did. So the 100 Years Young birthday celebration film might get a bit shuffled around to be more of a memorial to her. But regardless, man, darn shame. I mean, celebrity or a family member or a friend, you know, just cherish the people you have when, you know, they're still here. And to be completely honest, I know that people are really excited for the 100th birthday celebration. I feel like it's safe to say Miss Betty White was celebrated darn near every day of her life. So, yeah, like I said, it's sad that she didn't see 100, but I feel like 99 is definitely something to be proud of, especially with a career that's almost 8 decades long. So, rest in peace, Miss Betty White. I feel like we've all seen Betty White in at least 50 projects. I jokingly said one time she was kind of like the white Samuel L. Jackson, or better yet, you know how Samuel L. Jackson is almost in every film you watch. Betty White, she was going to show up in almost every television show you watch. But with that being said, what are some of your favorite Betty White projects outside of the Golden Girls? Let's keep it a bit more creative than that. I love that one episode of My Wife and Kids where she played like a Mary Poppins-like character. I forgot the name of the episode, but I just loved how Jay, I think at the time she was either working or at school, and the kids really didn't have her around the house that much, so she was kind of like a housekeeper. And I just love that episode. That was probably one of my favorite Betty White appearances there. But with that being said, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Yeah, just I wonder how they're going to do things on the 17th to celebrate her life. But like I said, I saw this really, I don't even want to call it a meme, but just post last night that just had me going, dang, that, wow, what a way to you know, remember her, or at least celebrate the fact that the Golden Girls got all together for the first time in quite a while on December 31st, 2021. So yeah, that's all I got for this video. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next one.